Welcome to FitLab. Stick around till the end, because the answer to this one might change how you train forever. You've stood in front of a pull-up bar and a squat rack and wondered which one actually builds a better body. Your friend swears by push-ups and dips. You swear by the barbell. Both of you feel sore the next day. Both of you feel like you're making progress. But only one method is winning the war inside your muscles. Here's what's really happening. Muscle growth, known as hypertrophy, happens when your muscle fibers experience tiny amounts of damage and rebuild slightly thicker and stronger than before. For that rebuilding to happen efficiently, your muscles need one thing above almost everything else: progressive overload. That means gradually increasing the demand on your muscles over time. In a gym, this is simple. You add 5 pounds to the bar. Your muscles feel it immediately. In calisthenics, overload is trickier. Your body weight doesn't change from one workout to the next. So how do calisthenics athletes get bigger and stronger at all? Mechanical tension, the actual pulling force on a muscle fiber, is the main driver of growth. It doesn't matter if that tension comes from a barbell or your own body weight. This is why a one-arm push-up can build as much chest and tricep tension as a heavy bench press. Your body weight simply becomes the resistance. But there's a ceiling. Once your push-ups feel easy, you can't just add weight the way you would on a bar. You have to change leverage, elevate your feet, slow the tempo down, add a weighted vest. Calisthenics demands more creativity to keep progressing. The gym hands you that progression on a plate, literally, in the form of small metal discs. Here's the twist almost nobody tells you. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research compared bodyweight training to traditional resistance training and found nearly identical strength and muscle gains, as long as intensity and effort were matched. That word, effort, is doing a lot of work in that sentence. The real difference isn't the equipment. It's how close each method actually pushes you to failure, the point where your muscle literally cannot complete another repetition with good form. Gym training makes reaching that point mechanically easy. Calisthenics makes reaching that point mentally demanding, because you have to manipulate your own leverage to get there. That's why so many calisthenics athletes end up with incredible relative strength, the ability to control and move their own body weight through space, while many gym lifters build raw maximal strength under a bar. Neither one is fake strength. They're just trained differently. Your joints also respond differently. Calisthenics, done through full ranges of motion like deep dips and archer push-ups, build significant tendon and connective tissue resilience, because your joints are constantly stabilizing your own moving body weight. Barbell training, especially heavier compound lifts, builds raw force output faster, because the load is fixed and predictable, letting your nervous system focus purely on producing force. So which one is more effective? The honest scientific answer is that effectiveness depends entirely on the goal you're chasing, and the effort you're willing to bring to either one. If your goal is pure strength and predictable progressive overload, the gym gives you a faster, more measurable path. If your goal is body control, relative strength, and joint resilience, calisthenics builds that in a way a barbell never fully can. The muscle itself doesn't know if it's under a bar or under your own body weight. It only knows tension, effort, and how close you pushed it to its limit. So next time you stand in front of that pull-up bar and that squat rack, remember. The real question was never calisthenics or gym. It was always about how hard you were actually willing to work. If this helped you understand your training better, hit subscribe, because FitLab breaks down the real science behind your body every single day.